Baby, because Vietnam don't make me feel like a prostitute.
If you want to be in a relationship with a white man, girl, do you? But a poor white man? Are you okay?
Looks in Bangkok was like, I am a sale item and you can just name your price and you can have me.
But those legs are too wide open that the brain is not really working out, in the best way.
Men are talking about going to Thailand to find their wife and their baby mother, and that is not appropriate.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get into this.
Okay, this is for black women and black women only. If you're not a black girl, keep scrolling. Okay, now that it's just us. If you want to be in a relationship with a white man, girl, do you. Okay, we love it. Go ahead. But a poor white man? Girl, are you okay?
You see that? If you want to be in a relationship with a white man, it's okay. But a poor white man. Look, I'm not one of those guys that say I care about black women divesting. But then you're divesting and you're selecting if he has money or not. Like, things are at an all-time low. And this is why guys are looking to other places. This is why guys, they're trying to find women who are like how women used to be back in the day. Because it's hard. You can find them. You can. But it's just so far, so few. And also, you have to think about it. Ladies, they don't realize a lot of times men see you coming a mile away. They see it. And what men do is they'll play around. What I mean by play around, they'll take you somewhere like Applebee's. They'll take you somewhere that they know is one of those restaurants that'll tick women off, right? Or they take you somewhere that's very inexpensive, purposely, to see how you react. From there,
Fail.
the man knows, okay, I know not to deal with her. I know where she stands. I know she has the modern woman playbook. She's checking things off when I date her. And that's not the woman I want, because men have to date that way if they're going to date in the US or other than that, and they traveling outside. That's a different story.
Why didn't you choose Thailand over Vietnam? Baby, because Vietnam don't make me feel like a prostitute.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I didn't tell y'all about the story when I was in Bangkok and they thought I was a prostitute. What I learned about traveling to Thailand, but specifically in Bangkok, is there is an increase of immigrating population from the continent of Africa. And just like anywhere else in the world, when you're melanated, it comes with a story, one that you may have not put out into the universe. Now, some of these narratives are rooted in some truths, mostly generalizations, but there's two that exist about people from the continent of Africa in Bangkok. One is that the male sells drugs. Does that sound familiar? And two, that some of the women do night work. Well, baby, I wasn't doing night work in Tavis. But because my melanin isn't lacking, and because no matter where you go in the world, someone has to put you in the box, that's the box they chose for me. And baby, I ate somebody alive. Do you hear me? But not all were bold to come up to me and say something. But there were a lot of looks, and looks that made me feel very uncomfortable. There's one thing about getting stares in Vietnam, but no, these looks in Bangkok was like, I am a sale item and you can just name your price and you can have me.
All right, now, I've been in Thailand. I'm very experienced traveling through Thailand. I've been here, I say, about 4 or 5 times now. And one thing I do know, it blew my mind actually. When I was in Thailand, I walked on Walking Street, right? And I saw black women, Russian women, all kinds of women were for sale. I thought in my mind, why would somebody come to Thailand to get a woman from Africa? I say that to say this. This is towards her. Also, I went to just the last time I was in Thailand, I was with my cousin. I traveled to Bangkok. I celebrated Songkran. Now, while celebrating Songkran, you don't see many black people walking up and down the block, right? Let me tell you what happened. The one black lady I did see, now I already seen that they were for sale in Walking Street. The one black lady I saw propositioned my cousin. She propositioned him to give up. She wanted to give him the goods. So think about it. So the two instances that I saw was black. Of course, there were other black women, but the two instances I saw, right? Because you don't see many black women, but what I saw was that they were for sale. So I think you got to kind of understand what's happening here, right? It was women from Africa. It wasn't women from US who were doing it. I'm going to be honest. But if somebody, the only time they see you, because that's the only time I saw it, only time they see you, you're selling it, they're not judging you. They are judging you, but it's not you. They're not judging you off your culture. They're judging you because that's all they see, because that's all I seen. Get it right. No need to curse people out. Do better.
Comments and just going through everything, I see that black women and black men, we're at war with each other right now. We're at war, and we have to learn and see how we can go about solving this crisis. This is a crisis in the black community. Black men are talking about going to Thailand to find their wife and their baby mother, and that is not appropriate.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
That is not appropriate. We should.
Whoa. Why is a black man talking about going to Thailand to find their baby mother not appropriate? When black women are shouting to the mountaintops, they're going to find a man with money. I just showed it in the beginning of the video. That was the first video I showed. So you can say it, but a black man can't say it. What's up with the double standard here? I want to hear more of what you got to say, because you're trying to put us in a box, and men have broken the box, kicked the box and the door down, and explored. They have. I was one of the innovators of it. I didn't start it, but around the time when like Al Grease and them was in Brazil, I didn't even know about him. Like a year, 2 years after, I was in the Philippines. We were making way for a long time. We're not just saying this. Black men aren't just saying this. And yes, I know I look young, but I'm 43. We've been making our way for a long time now, because we saw there was an issue a long time ago. But let me let her finish.
We shouldn't be subjecting ourselves to come outside of our community to further our legacy. I can admit that some black women have to do a little better. Some black women are very combative, and some of us could be very masculine.
That's about right. That's about right.
And in our energy, I would say that the masculinity sometimes just comes from us feeling like we have to step up to the plate and handle things as a man would, because the man isn't. So I would say that that is a reason for that. So there is trauma here. We don't wanna dwell in that masculinity. We're women. We want to be feminine. We want to feel safe. We want to feel loved and cared about. And we want to give love and care as well. But it's like a defense mechanism sometimes that just comes on automatically. It's not something that, black women can control sometimes.
No excuses.
And all women go through that. I would really hope that eventually we can learn to love each other again. I think that these problems start at a young age in our communities, seeing our fathers and our mothers behave in certain ways that they were taught, and all of that comes down from one thing. And it's just a matter of respecting each other. We have to learn to respect each other. Black men don't have respect for black women. Black women don't have respect for black men. How can we redevelop that respect for each other? Black men deserve respect because they work very hard. A lot of them, some of them, work very hard, try to provide for their families. Some of them do. I'll give you guys that. And black women do a lot too, raising your sons and daughters, taking care of the household, and holding down a job while doing all of that. So we have to support each other, guys. We can't just give up on each other and say we're going and finding different races of people to have our families and stuff like that. We understand each other. We understand our struggle, and we have to help each other through the struggle, not make it worse for each other.
She said we have to be masculine. No, you don't. That's not an excuse. And I gotta say this. I love my black woman. Yes, I said it. I do. It's not just black women. It's all women that it was. It is, except for some foreigners sometimes. But it's not everyone woman. I'll say that. It's not every. But it's most, the majority. And it's a problem. But you know what I gotta say to you? One melody pops in my head. It's too late to apologize. It's too late to apologize. It's too late.
Okay, or are y'all just doing what you see on social media? When I see y'all sitting in these chairs, med spa, getting Botox, fillers, this here, this there, are y'all not realizing and seeing what they doing? Well, not what they doing because y'all are letting them, but have y'all not seen that these people are aging in dog years? And the needles is a part of it because it starts with a little then it's a little then it's a little then it's a little then it's a little and it never turns out, in the end, it never turns out right. You have a whole new face now. So I just want to say to my black women, just appreciate the features you already have because you're headed for self-destruction.
She reminded me of that song, Self-Destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. That shows you what time I'm from. But she's right. She's right. Now, most people of the melanin I'm from and darker, right? They have natural black don't crack. And I don't see it and that's good because I'm not around it. But some are trying it out. And she's right. Don't get hip to that trend. White women are doing it and they're aging in dog years, like she said, and they're looking 50 at 25. You ever seen a comparison of the face? I gotta show a comparison. I gotta have my wife show it. Now, you can see a woman 25 and a woman 50 and go, what's the difference? And she's in this generation, the woman that's 25. Yeah, they look close in age. It's bad. That's why this generation is aging fast, rapidly. And don't get hip to that trend. Leave it alone. She's right.
You're not offended enough, so I'll be offended for you. Your argument could be, hey, as black women, we know how it feels like to be excluded from spaces. We know how racism feels like, right? So why would you do this to a trans woman? Why would you exclude them from spaces? This, that, and the third. That's fine. But to say, yo, y'all already look like men anyway. So why are you out here excluding trans women from spaces? Because not all trans women are female presenting. Yeah? You guys already look like men anyway.
All right. I had to pause it because as she talks about this, it says it's just the fact black women have been masculinized historically and are the first people to get accused of being trans. That's bad. But I'm looking at you right now, and the way you're talking, you look very masculine. And you got the bonnet on. It's wild. Why did you choose the word bonnet to make this video hiding your hair? And you basing yourself up. You look exactly like what they're talking about. It's like, did you do this purposely? Like, am I dreaming? Seriously, like, huh? You can't be serious.
Anyway, get in the front line of defense and fight this. Fight this right now. How do you sound when you let white people dictate how you look? They made fun of our skin color and said black is ugly, but out here tanning. Black lips are ugly, out here getting their lips done. Black butts is ugly, getting BBLs done. What? You have to accept and listen to the fact that they're calling you a man, not me, not I. It is not black women's job to fight this. It is all women's job to fight this, because some women have conditions that make them male presenting. But to specifically pull out black women is disgusting.
That was a training. Yo, I'm serious. I think you're one. You, man, I'm dreaming.
A lot of women don't realize that men are designed and raised.
Another one.
Oh, here we go again.
I gotta stop it because she just talked about it. She looked like a trans, and then this woman looks and sounds like a trans. I don't know. I think the person is right. Let me let her cook.
To siphon energy from us. And this is why so many of them have rosters, because they need multiple sources of feminine energy to feel good about themselves and to power themselves through the day.
You can't make this up.
Do y'all remember every action has a separate yet equal reaction? While you are being drained and siphoned and worn down, look at your partner. I bet you he's never looked better. And this is also why they approach you asking you what you can do for them. Do you cook? Do you clean? Do you live alone? Do you have a job? Do you drive? Because they are leeches. The average male is a black hole, and everyone's before and after pictures are proof.
Man, this woman is crazy. And another one looking masculine. She got her feminist playbook. And she said the same thing I've seen at least 3 women say before, that men are draining their energy. And it's not all men doing it. You got to realize, ladies, you keep blaming all men for what the select few are doing. Like, I saw a guy, and I'm going to react to it in the next video. He was 6'7", and he said, oh, women, there's still women around that give us a shot, an opportunity. And I'm sitting there like, I can understand what he's saying, because I get that opportunity too. But not every guy is as outgoing as I am. Not every guy is 6'7". Not every guy has the confidence. Not every guy is from the time I'm from. I was raised a certain way. So that depicts my character. So what he was saying, I'm sitting there like, bro, what are you saying? It didn't make any sense. He didn't realize it though. And it's wild because even men don't realize it nowadays. But this woman talking about be draining woman's energy. No, you're draining your own energy by all of you pouring into the same guy.
Latino and Black communities have always been like this, and we should continue staying like that. There's no reason why the two communities should be fighting. Okay, we have fought next to each other, side by side, since the civil rights movement. Okay, there's no time for beef on either side. We need to stand together, especially with everything that's going on right now.
Since when has the
I gotta pause before she talks because I know what she's gonna say, but I've saw it myself. I saw it. My father worked in a prison. In prisons, Black and Latinos have never been on the same front. Latinos usually go with the white counterparts, right? Same thing in society. Maybe in the hood, somewhat, but because I grew up in New York City and like in Spanish Harlem, the Latinos are selling drugs over there. And they are cool with Blacks. They talk like Blacks, but still in jail and other places, They click with whites. That's just what they do all throughout history.
The Latino and Black community ever been like this? And Latinos were not there during the civil rights movement fighting side by side with Black American people. I literally was so confused because I was like, where were Latin people when segregation was happening? Where were they? What schools did they go to? How were they represented? And then I saw Latin people coming out videos saying that they went to white schools. They fought to be categorized and classified as white. So I don't understand why y'all come up here and lie and act like y'all has been an ally for Black people. And this is not to say that some has not, but as a collective, that's just not true. A lot of you all have racism and colorism within your own Latin communities. You all have a caste system within your own Latin communities. You all don't treat Afro-Latins the right way. You all discriminate and are prejudiced toward Latinas that look like me in you all's own communities, in you all's own countries. And y'all take that same, those same ideologies, those same prejudices, the same ideas and feelings, and when y'all do migrate over here, y'all bring that with you. A lot of y'all don't treat the Afro-Latins the best. Like, if the Dominicans, they say the darker skin, oh, that's a Haitian. Me no black. Like, the Puerto Ricans, they don't, you can't, I'm not dark, I'm white. Like, let's stop. Y'all, it's the cap. Even y'all, even some of y'all know it. I took a screenshot of somebody, a Latino, up in your comment section. Let me post it. Look, they say, no, we have not been like this. We've been like this. Then a Latin Jesus says, no, we haven't. We have to fix the anti-blackness first. We have to fix the anti-blackness first. You have obviously not seen how bad our community is towards the Black community.
Yes.
Our community became comfortable in this system. She says, I agree with you, but it doesn't mean that we can't at least try. So why would you blatantly get up here and make this lying video, girl? You know you lie. So with that being said, do y'all feel, what do y'all think? Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
I think what she said at the end, that's what it's about. She says spread love is the Brooklyn way. It's the everywhere way, right? You need to spread love, but she was off. I'm sitting there like I'm thinking about because the lady broke down what she knows and I broke down what I know. And it's like, and I knew the same thing too. It's like, no, no, stop it. It's not like that. But should it change? Yes. I think it should change. But do we need to change? I don't think so.
Investors are weird, and there's something wrong with those girls because if the message was just about Black women, go where you're.
So as someone who does make divesting content, I actually think this is very true. I think a lot of Black women, divesting Black women, choosing better for themselves can very easily slip into anti-Black content. I mean, even our favorite Sprinkle lady sometimes says things that are anti-Black. If you're a Black woman dating interracially, you have to be hyper vigilant about anti-Blackness. Because in a white supremacist system, it's very easy for anti-Blackness to seep on over.
Look at when men divest, right? Like, for instance, I divested. And what do? I still show love. I talk about the nonsense that happens, but I still show love. Why? Because I don't hate Black women. But the way y'all talk, it's like, whoa, seriously. Like, you ladies, you should listen to men's content. You'll say, oh yeah, he's right. It's so true. And she said it, with divest the content. It's like they hate Black men. It's weird. Oh, Black men. If you get with a Black woman, you'll be broke. A Black man will never pour into you. A Black man will never do this for you. A Black man will never do that. That's exactly why guys get the passports. A lot of it's from divestor talk. We say, okay, we need to divest too. You Black man is not doing this. Perfect. Bye-bye.
A lot of women need to learn how to shut their mouths and close their legs, right? It's really that simple. We do too much talking and we are opening up our legs way too much, that we are not getting the results that we want. Running your mouth and not listening effectively to hear, to not just respond, to not just be argumentative, to not be defensive, deflecting. If you stop talking, you can hear what's being said to you. And if you shut those legs, you can probably see what's really happening. But those legs are too wide open that the brain is not really working out, in the best way.
Emotional damage.
Your mind is not clear. It's all combobulated because you are allowing your body to take control. So we have to really think about, if we want to get better results, especially when it comes to dating and men, you have to shut that mouth and close them legs. Yeah, it's the time now.
She's right though, because the problem is with they all mistaken with thinking all men are a certain way. And what's the way they know to get a man? Open their legs. What's the way they think is keeping a man? Opening their mouth. That's weird, right? They think opening their legs is gonna get them, and opening their mouth is gonna keep them. That's why so many women are single nowadays. So yeah, she's right. And it's really that simple. When you look at everything going on, you go, shut your mouth and close your legs. That easy. Show men why they need to stay around you. Show men why they need to appreciate you. If more women close their legs and be quiet, right? They're not going to look so masculine. Exactly like the woman said, black women looking like trans. That's because they open their legs, opening their mouths, wearing bonnets, looking crazy. No good.
Let me tell you something about America. Something you yourself is not able to see because you're in the midst of your immigration situation. We always hear them say America is the land of opportunity. And it is, and it stays at that. Some people say opportunity come once. We get the chance, we get the visa, we find a way to come here. We all know it's no secret that is true. And many of us struggle in the US on our way to success. Some never make it. But beyond the green card, beyond the marriage, beyond the social security number, beyond the IT number, there is something after settling that you're going to be able to see when you're done with the journey that blind your eyes to the country you choose to settle down in. America is a country where wrap up and tie up in a one heap of doings with other country. Day by day, hour by the hour, month by the month, there are things going on behind the scene because some of we don't know about politics. Some of us don't know about the trade system, the whole thing that is going on in the US economy that we are not aware of, or because you don't have certain knowledge, you don't know these things are going on. There are thousands of persons that are fleeing the United States as I make this video. That is alarming. Persons, thousands, millions of persons cannot afford housing. Homeless rate turn up. Joblessness turn up. The average person work roughly $15 an hour and are not able to take care of their kids, pay rent plus find food, and pay other bills in the US. But again, because you're dealing with your immigration process, finding a way to get straight in the US, y'all not able to see this. Some of them not aware of this. Let me tell you, you see, by your way leaving your home country, but as Jamaica be, you see, before your bold climb, run and crawl, yeah? Backtrack a little.
What she's saying is so real. People, like the veil is over the people's eyes and they don't see the struggles. Like, because I show women struggling, right? But men are struggling too. A lot of people are struggling. And that was one of my main reasons for wanting to leave. I wanted to be free and also be able to afford some things. Now, I did make mistakes after that. I'll talk about it on my Black Filipino channel, how I let my budget get out of control and I'm working on getting that back down now. But I left to get free from debt. And yeah, America will do it to you. It's a great place. As she's explaining, like, it's great for immigrants. There's a lot of opportunity there, but when you get older and your money gets limited. I don't struggle with that. I'm not that old. I can still work. I can still do things to maintain income. But when you get older and you have to rely on a small amount of income, a lot of people can't live in America. So many guys are coming to the Philippines because they can't live in America, and they're older and they come out here and live like kings. Why would you stay? And I get it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe. Peace out. See you next video.
I am leaving, and I am never coming back.